Hey everyone, hello. I am back from my little trip to Iceland, and I have a very big, exciting video talking all about my trip. It is like an hour long, as you can see, so if you like rambly kind of videos, this one is for you. You don't have to watch the screen or anything if you don't want to. You can just put in headphones and listen, but if you watch, then you'll see clips of me like in the snow, like in the little short I made, and the beautiful sights and scenery of Iceland. I'll do a quick house update before I start. I just got back from doing the final walkthrough, which is like the last time you see the house before you buy it, and just to make sure that nothing has changed since you like no one's gone in and torn out stuff and like stolen it from you, because I close up my house tomorrow at the time I film this, which is in the past by the time you see this, but anyway, it's very exciting, and I'll update you more as I move and build my little ASMR studio. So yeah, without further ado, I will stop rambling here and start rambling with pictures and videos of Iceland. So I hope you'll enjoy. Alrighty, so this is like the longest it's been since I filmed a video. I'm pretty sure it's been like more than 2 weeks since I've sat and made an ASMR video, which is like the longest in quite some time. Hopefully I haven't lost my ASMR abilities. I've got a glass of water here in case I need some water, because I'm going to be talking for quite a while to you. I'm just going to click through the photos here on my computer. You may hear some clicking. So this first image you're seeing right now is like the first photo I took, and it's the view from outside my room at the Airbnb that we were staying in. It was very early in the morning, and it wasn't that early. It was like 8 a.m. But in case you don't know, Iceland is very dark most of the day. There's really only sunlight between like 10:30 and 3:30 p.m. So it had not gotten light yet. Actually, you know what? It says I took this at 10 a.m. I can actually see the exact time I took this. So this was 10 a.m. And the sun hadn't come up yet. Then it had snowed recently. It was snowing a little bit that morning. So here's me crunching around on the balcony. Oh, so cold. Yeah. I was told to squish it in my hands because it makes a cool sound. So that was my little snow video. And next, that's my really terribly blurry shot, just proving that I had finally seen snow. And here's an hour later, so the sun came up and you can see the mountains in the distance. So beautiful. Really pretty. So that day, the first day, the same day I arrived, we went to Blue Lagoon, and they don't let you take any pictures, or, well, maybe some, but we do have a couple of photos, but the whole group of friends is all in it. So I won't share those. Basically just picture me in water. That's about it. The next day, we went to... Wait, these photos don't seem to be... These are not in the right order, now that I think about it. Sorry, I just got a little confused. My pictures and videos were in like a weird order, but I think they're better now. The first day I got there was the day we did Blue Lagoon. The next day was our first big excursion kind of adventure day, and the first stop on the tour was a crater called Kerith, I think, which you can see here. It was formed about 6,500 years ago, and because it's winter, it was frozen over. So I actually got to go stand on the ice, which is really, really cool. I had never been on like a frozen pond or lake before, and I found that really exciting. Everyone took turns standing on it and taking pictures of each other. Yeah, everything is very wintry, icy, and I would really love to go back to Iceland in the summer. No, probably would be, in a year or two, though. I definitely couldn't do it anytime soon. After the awesome crater, we went to a stable, and we got to meet some Icelandic horses. I was very, very excited about that. You can see I made a few friends. I love animals. I probably mention that a lot. I love them, and horses are no exception, of course. I really love horses. And these were all so fuzzy and sweet. They were very friendly, and the woman working there gave us really amazing information about the horses. Like, I didn't know there are no wild horses in Iceland. Like, every single horse you see is owned by someone. I think that's really cool, because you see the horses just grazing in their little, big, giant fields out in Iceland, and all of those horses are someone's, either a pet or a working horse. So some of them are even like show horses that are like million-plus-euro horses, which is crazy. We all really loved that, and we got a demonstration of the horses performing their different gaits, which is really neat. And next to the stable is this really awesome tomato farm. So I got to try a little cherry tomato, and then there's a restaurant in the tomato farm. Yeah, it's like a greenhouse, They have to keep the lights on like 16 hours a day and keep it at a certain degree to grow these tomatoes, and they send them to all over Iceland. They had a tomato soup, which was very good, and a lot of bread. Here's the bread. The bread was, I'm not gonna lie, the best part. It was so good. After the stable and tomato farm trip, we went to geyser. I don't know exactly how to say it the way they do, but it's not geyser. We say geyser in America, they say geyser in the UK, but they say geyser in Iceland. And this was one of my favorite stops because, as you can see, the colors are just out of this world. It's just the most gorgeous landscapes. I am not the most gifted photographer. I'm trying. I'm not great. But I felt like even my photos came out pretty good because of how gorgeous the landscape is. It's kind of impossible not to get a beautiful shot. And the big geyser goes off quite often, like every couple of minutes. So I actually got a really cool video of it erupting. And then it was a double eruption. Like, I was just trying to capture, the after effects of it when, surprise, the geyser went off again. It was really cool. A really awesome thing. Seeing it super loud and quite warm. And then, as I was walking around and trying to look at other parts of this, park, I was just gonna take a picture of, the sunrise or something. Sunset? Was it sunset at this point? Yeah, I guess sunset. When it actually erupted, and I got some photos here. So it was pretty cool. And then you can see how warm the water is, the steam coming off it. I just think this is really, really beautiful. And just a really amazing landscape, very different to what I know, or what I guess a lot of people know. I just thought this was a really beautiful spot. Yeah. Even with my shaky camera work, sorry. We hiked up quite a bit and got some really beautiful views, took some photos of the mountains in the distance and everything. Really nice hike. It was a pretty active trip. I did a lot of walking, hiking, stuff like that. Look at that. I mean, that was so cool again. I really love it. And this was probably one of the best views. I love seeing the little houses, people's houses in the distance. That is really cool. And then I posted one of these photos of me in front of this on my Instagram or everywhere. I might have put it on my community tab too. If you're not following me on Instagram, I post more frequently there. Yeah, it's pretty nice. All you can see in every photo of me, my face is always really pink. If I take off my face protectors from the wind, my face will get really pink really fast. And then the last stop of the day was the Golden Circle Waterfall. My camera actually ran out of battery at this point, so I only have a 4-second clip here of the falls, but it's an amazing double waterfall. Really gorgeous. The next day was New Year's Eve, I believe. The photos are still a little confusing. So we started out the day with breakfast at Cafe Loki, which is by Hallgrímskirkja, the church, in the heart of Reykjavik. It's really, really gorgeous. I can never quite capture it well enough. But I absolutely love the architecture of it. So we had breakfast there. I had some lamb stew, and other people tried the fermented shark, which no one really thought was very strong. Oh, everyone was expecting it to be gross, this is so bad, but they didn't really think it tasted like much of anything. I did not try it because I don't want to eat shark ever. And here's just a nice shot from right outside our Airbnb. It's right on the Rainbow Road, which I guess if you've been to Reykjavik you would know. It's kind of iconic, and I thought it was beautiful. Especially with the church like framed at the end of the rainbow, kind of, And it was Christmas, so you can see all the Christmas decorations are still up. And then that evening, of course, there were fireworks going off. There were a lot of people out, of course. It was New Year's Eve, which we didn't really love how many people were out, so we basically just walked down right before midnight, saw the fireworks, and went back inside. We spent most of the evening playing games, friends having some drinks, and then we did karaoke. Like for hours we did karaoke, and it was a lot of fun. And yeah, here's a better view of the church with the fireworks going off. This was just after midnight, I think, as we started to go back away from all these people. Yeah, very cool. But I have to say, I think my favorite part was doing karaoke with everyone. That was just too much fun. This is the Yule cat. It's the cat that eats children when they don't buy new clothes. And then here's one of the Yule lads. There are so many of them, and they all do different things. It was really windy. You can see just how windy it is because the giant bell is blowing around quite a bit. I don't actually remember what day this is, but I remember this was a day that a couple of my friends, like half the group, split up and we got hot dogs. Had this little stand. And here I am enjoying a hot chocolate from this little store, dessert kind of place that does like waffles and drinks, and they served them out of these very cute little bunny mugs, which everyone really loved. Very cute. At one point we went down to the harbor because on like the second or the third we checked out of our Airbnb and into separate places. Our friends stayed at a hotel by the marina because they were leaving the next day, but we were still going to be there for a few days, so we walked down with them and I got these shots of the harbor, which I just thought were very nice. It was like, still kind of dark out, as it so often is, and I just like these shots of these boats and the mountains and the lights, and just thought that it was really pretty. And then later that day we went inside the church. The sun rising behind it was really gorgeous. I mean, look at the light, it's so pretty. And we bought tickets to go all the way up to the top. The very first, if you see the clock face, that's where the elevator takes you up to. And then you climb a set of stairs to those 3 windows above it. So, this is from the inside, the interior of the church. We found it very minimalist. I've been in very, great and grand cathedrals in England and Scotland, and this one was very different, but very beautiful in its own way. And then on the reverse side, there's, an organ. Very, very big and beautiful organ. I just found this really cool. And not massive, not a huge church. Not like the Minster at York, which is huge. So, this is the bit that you, like I said, the clock face. So here I am trying to peek out and see the city. just one side, and then, you know, there's a clock face on all four sides, so I enjoy how colorful quite a few of the houses are, as you can see. I don't like cookie cutter houses that like all look the same, and I don't like drab colored houses, you know. I like a colorful house, so I really enjoyed that. Kind of like Key West. I don't know, Key West has really colorful houses. So it kind of reminded me of that. And then this side with the mountains, definitely my favorite. So I took quite a few photos there, some with like a miniature effect. So see, it kind of looks like a little toy city, like little miniatures, doll houses. They look like tiny little cranes and fake water. It's just a fun kind of thing to do. I never got tired of seeing those mountains, really. When you come from a place like Florida that doesn't have things like that, it's all flat, you just don't get tired of it. You just enjoy it every day. Speaking of which, you know, I saw a little bit of snow, not a lot. Everyone's been telling me that, you know, once I see it, I'll get sick of it and all that, and that definitely wasn't the case. I always wanted more snow, and I didn't really get too much. I suppose maybe it'd be different if I have to shovel the snow, but I just wanted to play in it and run around and step in it and crunch it, and I never got tired of it. See how colorful the city is. It's really cute. These are some fun shots from in front of the church. Actually, you can see on the left side of the screen, bottom left, there's like two trees, and right to the left of those two trees is the cafe where we ate, Cafe Loki. I'm sure you can just look it up, though. Yeah. And then it was really very windy up in that top bit. The wind's blowing right through. I tried to take a video of us, and it was really, really not good. That's me, of course. Hello. And then the other person is Yorkshire ASMR, who you might know him from my channel, you might know him from his channel, but he was one of the people on the trip, of course. And yeah, my glasses are always getting fogged up. So after that day, you know, they left, and it was just me and Robert, Yorkshire ASMR. I'll call him Robert or Rob from now on, but that's who I'm talking about. We spent a day kind of walking around, going to museums, looking at birds, and I just thought it was very cute. Some of the water was frozen here, the standing on it, very cute. And here's a little video. There was supposed to be a second big excursion where we go to a black sand beach, and we go to like a glacier or an ice cave, I think, and that got cancelled. That was supposed to be on a Sunday, I think, and they left on Monday. I have to look at the calendar, I'm confused. Yeah, they left on Monday, the 3rd. It was supposed to be on the 2nd, and it got cancelled like the day before, and we were very upset. We luckily were able to get, oh, you know what, they left on the 4th, that was it, because we all rescheduled for the 3rd, and then that one got cancelled too, or it ran out, so they couldn't book it. But we did actually get to book another, and we went on the 4th. So we did get to do the black sand beach and the glacier hike, and I'll show you that in just a second. But unfortunately, our friends, the trip didn't get to go with us, and I found that very sad, because it was a really beautiful sight, and I would have liked for them to have gone with us. there's more frozen ice. I think this is their city center building, city hall? No, some sort of administrative building. And look, I never got tired of seeing this. Like, whoa, so cool, so slippery. He used to be the subject of a lot of my videos and photos. So the next day we went out, we did the excursion, and our first stop was this beautiful waterfall. I don't actually remember the name of this waterfall. You know, they just like tell you things and you don't quite know how it's written down. I think I shared a photo. Yeah, I just shared a photo with you guys of me in front of this waterfall. So I see a lot of it's so icy and it looks really cool, and I loved that. And then we walked up this massive set of stairs. I don't know if you can see the stairs. And I think because I just spent several days of hiking, walking, going upstairs and inclines already, that my legs were very tired. And for that reason, this walk, the stairs are to the right. There we go. There's all those stairs. That hike up the stairs was like the hardest thing I did on this trip. I don't know how it was, but it was. There's a great shot of me. You can really see the waterfall, huh? It's a really good photo, yeah. Going up those stairs, yeah, I don't know why, but it was just like the hardest thing from the whole trip. And I complained bitterly that my legs were killing me. I mean, later I hiked a glacier on the same day, and that didn't seem very difficult, but this was. But the views were lovely, so this was me stopping to take a break after a few stairs. But as you can see, I have a lot more stairs to go, and a lot of complaining to do. Here's the beautiful view from the top. Always gorgeous to see a waterfall, and an icy, snowy kind of waterfall is particularly cool. There's a path you can go to walk closer, but it's closed right now because it's icy, of course. So it was worth the painful hike up. It probably would have been fine if I hadn't been doing so much climbing previously, you know. Oh, the beautiful, beautiful rugged landscape of Iceland. I love it. And the sun is still rising. This is, 11 something in the morning, I guess. That I never got used to. I couldn't. I was there for like a week and a half, and it still was weird. Every morning I'd get up and feel like it's like the crack of dawn, even though it's like 8 or 9 a.m. because it's dark. Or I think, oh, the day's ending, it's getting dark, but no, it's just like 3:30. Yeah, I don't know how Icelanders get used to that. Like, no choice, I guess. It was weird for me. I'm very used to the sun being around like all the time. So this was a really fun trip. Even though our friends couldn't join us for it. And the day just kind of flew by. Like, they tell us how long we have at each stop, and every single time, that time just goes by so quickly. So here's me in front of the water. I stood on this nice rock to be a little taller, but it does make me look like a giant, as some people pointed out. I look like I could just like reach up and grab the top of the waterfall. Yeah, so I never know what to do in photos. I'm very awkward, as you guys know. So it's just me just showing off the waterfall. I didn't know what to do. I was informed to put my arms to the side, so I did that. And then, we continued our bus drive to the Black Sand Beach, which was a filming location for Game of Thrones. I actually recognized it. Like the instant I got there, I was like, oh yeah, I remember actually this exact scene. And if you watched the show, then you might also recognize it. I really, really loved these vistas as we drove. Sorry, it's incredibly shaky because, you know, it's a bumpy road and I'm also just holding the camera. But I found that, like, even the bus drives were so beautiful. Although I don't know about you, but bus drives make me really, really sleepy. Like, I hit a certain point where I just fall asleep regardless. It doesn't matter how much sleep I've gotten lately. I will pass out. And the day that we arrived in Iceland, I'd been up for like 18 hours or something. I was up for about 30 hours that day. 36 maybe. It was crazy. Because I never slept on the plane, so I just kept going. And so I passed out in the bus drive to Blue Lagoon, but only for like 5 minutes. And then the next day, after having gone to sleep, I also passed out on the bus drive. Very, very relaxing. But I also feel bad if it's light out, like I'm missing seeing the beautiful sights, you know? So, where was I? Lost my place. So, arrive at Black Sand Beach, and the first thing I noticed and wanted to see was the sand itself. It's so cool. It's much, much thicker and more coarse than the sand I'm used to at my beaches. As you can see, it's like little pebbles, really. Very cool. And I was thinking, oh, I should have brought like a tiny vial and taken some home, but then I was like, I don't want to do that. I feel bad doing that, and I didn't even think to do it. And then later that evening, we found sand in our shoes, so we accidentally took some sand back. You know how sand like always gets in your shoes and your clothes and stuff. But this is the beach. Absolutely gorgeous. Like I could have spent hours here, I felt like. And the best bit is this part over here. There's a little cave. This is the part you might remember from Game of Thrones. Them like landing at a place like this, and yeah, I think something like that. I don't know, I try not to think about that show too much. So here's some awesome sand crunchiness. And we were very excited to go take pictures over here, and there's Rob running to get to it. He was so excited. And it wasn't too busy. It wasn't like there was loads of people there or on our tour, so that was kind of nice. He's going to pose. I haven't mentioned yet that, like, it's unfortunate. It looks like we're wearing, you know, what we are. Wearing the exact same thing in every single video and photo because it's just our outer layer. So I'm wearing these clothes, and like on every single trip, the clothes underneath this are changing. Like I'll wear different shirts and like jeans or something underneath my outer layers, but it every single photo from the entire like 10 days I was there look like they were all taken in the same day because I'm wearing the exact same thing, which is kind of awkward and funny. Yeah. And then the cave was super cool. It wasn't as big of a cave as I thought it was gonna be. But really neat. A lot of people trying to take pictures inside the cave. I didn't necessarily need pictures, but I just wanted videos. And this is the first place where I was seeing quite a bit of snow after several days of like nothing. It melted like the first day that we got there. Like it was there when I arrived in the morning, and the next day it was not really there anymore. So there was finally some snow down here. You'll see it in a minute. And I had really wanted to like film a little like video in the snow for you guys, like playing with it, crunching in it, stepping in it, you know, kind of stuff to like put in this video as like little ASMR triggers. And I didn't really get to do that, but the little bit that I did get to do was here, right around the corner. There was kind of a big snow drift kind of thing, and I kind of played in that a little bit. It was quite bright. This was probably like the brightest it had been in a while. I have this annoying tag on my gloves that I never cut, but I really need to. At this point, Robert really took the camera and he wanted to get lots of photos and videos, so you'll see more things of me. I don't know. I didn't know he was taking these pictures, to be honest. So, here you go. Here I am going to play with the snow. That was like the most snow that I'd really seen yet. And it was amazing. I never got tired of it. Like, the feeling was completely unlike I was expecting. I don't know what I expected, but it wasn't this. It felt so very graceful. It felt so like fine. It wasn't at all thick, and I think I expected it to be thick. I'm very excited. I don't know what I'm saying. I think I'm saying that I want to film some stuff here. It is a little dirty, like you can see the black sand kind of mixing with it, leading to this very interesting effect. Wow, looks like someone climbed all the way up there, right? Oh, I think I wanted to ride in the snow, but my foot just kept sinking, like, right down. What am I gonna ride? Oh, I'm gonna stick my hand in it. And it was really cold. I don't know what I was expecting. Don't take a Floridian to see snow. Okay, this is really embarrassing. I shouldn't be showing you guys this. This is the first time I've seen this. Look at my shoe. Oh my gosh, yeah. I mean, they're not really like snowshoes, but they're water resistant and stuff. Here I go, doing a little bit of snow calligraphy. Hello. Hi. And then I'm gonna, ta-da. I just left that for someone else to find. And then I thought I would do a little tribute to you all. I wanted to leave a little ASMR message, so I hunted around, looked for a nice spot when I could maybe do a little ASMR. I don't know. Oh, he was laughing because I just kind of popped out of the shot into the shot, and he started laughing about that. Yeah. We have fun together. So here's where I'm going to try to write ASMR, except I'm pretty sure that I did not account for how much space I had, and I completely ran out of room. And also my fingers got very, very cold doing this, so I hope you appreciate the things I do for you all that you didn't ask for. No, I did bad. I couldn't do it again. Somewhere else where I have more room, instead of just writing ASM. There, right there. Yeah, right there is good space. Okay. Try again, Allison. After your finger regains feeling. A S M R. Whoops. Put that back. Good job. There, I left a little touch for you all. On the black sand beach in Iceland. We're on the southern coast, of course. You can look up like Black Sand Beach and see where they are. There's like a couple. See how pink my face is? Actually, it's not too bad here. It gets more pink later. Yeah, this was amazing. Definitely one of the best bits of the entire trip. Actually, this whole day was pretty amazing. And the next stop, I don't know why is he filming sideways suddenly. What is he there? It looks like it's snowing. I don't think it's snowing. It only started to snow a little bit around the time that we left. Here I am just sitting just near where I was just filming on these beautiful rock formations. They're so cute. So beautiful. And I don't think I photographed well in winter gear. I've got too much stuff around on my face and it doesn't look flattering. Here's just a nice shot of the waves that I got for you guys. You can see how many like big rocks and pebbles there are here, which is very neat. I really like that a lot. Oh, sea foam. They were telling us, to be very careful. The waves here are sneaky and they'll creep up on you and they'll pull you in, so be careful and don't get too close to the water. But we still saw quite a lot of people getting close and that made me nervous. You have to obey the ocean because she can be our friend, but she can also not be our friend. Look at those rock formations in the distance, aren't they amazing? Yeah, honestly, it felt like we had so little time here, even though we had like, I don't know, an hour or something, probably, but it just flew by. It really flew by. And after this, we went back to the glacier, which we had passed earlier, and it was pointed out to us. So this was really exciting. We got given hats and crampons and like ice picks, which turns out there was no reason for the ice picks. They're just for photos. I found out. It was like not a very intense hike. It was like the kind of glacier hike that anyone could do, even a total beginner, which is good because I never walked on ice before, never used crampons before, anything like that. So I was pretty relieved about that. But here is part of the glacier. Isn't it amazing? And I want to bring your attention to like what looks like a couple of caves, and I was instantly reminded of Skyrim, and like you might see something like that in Skyrim. You go up to it and it's like a dungeon, it's like a cave dungeon, and maybe there's Volmer in there or something. And yeah, I can stop being a geek, even on vacation. I'm thinking about games in Skyrim. So here's all my gear. See, I've got crampons. They're like attached to the picks, and I'm wearing this very lovely, very attractive green helmet, which goes so well over my hat that I'm already wearing. So yeah, lots of photos of the ice. I'll just kind of move through them. It was really amazing. And at the top of the ice was, or the ice we were standing on when we got to the top was like 800 years old. Incredible. It was really awesome. Now you can see I'm getting quite pink. But I loved it. probably, best part of the entire trip, maybe. We're tied with the beach. I don't know, I think this was so out of my world, out of my depth, that it will probably be the highlight. I was very, very scared at times walking on the ice because it still felt like I wasn't secure with the crampons. I still felt like I would slip, but I never did. I never slipped. I never fell down. They worked. Actually, one poor guy did fall down. I was a little worried because he did start to slide a little bit, but the guide came, grabbed him, and pulled him back up. And the ice was kind of transparent in some places, which was really awesome. And you could just kind of see straight down. There were a couple of little valleys and crevices. In fact, quite a big crevice that we got to walk through. There's a video of it at some point. I don't know where. But you could kind of just walk in. This might be it, actually. This is it. But see these formations, they're formed by water. Isn't that amazing? They're kind of like little wave patterns in the ice. I found this just incredible. From a little girl from Florida, never seen snow before in her entire life before coming here. And then I went and stood on a glacier. I'm very proud of myself. I told the guide even that I had literally never even seen snow before this, and he was like, what? I'm sure to a native Icelander that is outrageous. And the views were phenomenal from the top, of course. He really liked to stick the thing down the snow. You could kind of feel how deep the snow was in a lot of places, which was really awesome. This was definitely the day I saw the most snow, because there wasn't really any in Reykjavik. At least by the time I got there. My friend saw, quite a bit right before I got there, but like I said, it melted like that first day. Oh, here's another crevice we're going through. Very cool. And he just, at one point, just kind of broke off a giant chunk of ice. Kind of wild. He says he's done this like 80-something times since May or March of last year. Which is awesome. Yeah. Very cool. I really loved it. I was kind of in disbelief. There were a lot of times during the entire trip that I struggled to conceive of what I was seeing, because I felt like it was something that I've seen before many times in films and videos and TV shows and photos, and here it was in front of me. It was hard for me to wrap my mind around that. There's me and Rob. Nice photos of us, me being very pink with our lovely attractive helmets. So yeah, it was like kind of, there were out of body experiences of being like, wow, is this really in front of me? Am I really seeing this? I'm really here. Pictures and videos don't quite do it justice, and never have, I guess. Yeah, I feel pretty secure at the end of the day wearing the crampons. I think I could do it again. Maybe a more advanced hike next time. I was always laughing that we were always leading the pack. Like, it was me and Rob and two local Icelandic girls that were always in the front of everything, and I was like, I can't believe I'm somehow doing better than other people who have definitely seen snow before. How am I leading the pack? No, I was actually the first one back too. As we hiked down, I somehow was the first one back. And Robert too, he was like right behind me, of course. So that was our last day that we did like a lot of stuff. After that we spent like 2 kind of chill days in because there was a storm that came through. It wasn't really bad, but it just made everything very windy. And we had already done, you know, like everything we wanted to do. Oh, here are some horses we got to stop and meet on the way back. This was a surprise trip. He let us stop and pet these horses. This one's really young, as you can tell, so small. And there were 2 others. They were so sweet. Well, one actually was quite sassy though, and was kind of a troublemaker horse. This one is really sweet, but the darker one in the middle was the one that kept nipping at the others and like trying to bite them. It was funny. So yeah, the next day we got a few, you know, souvenirs, candy, kind of stuff like that, gifts, and spent time just like getting the last bits of food that we wanted to, you know, that we see how hungry and munchy this one is. So cute though. I really love them all. We had another Icelandic hot dog, and that was it. Got ready for our flight, which was on Friday. I've already forgotten. Yeah, Friday, just a couple of days ago. It's Sunday right now. I spent yesterday resting. Look at this guy. Such a cheeky horse. And I edited together a lot of the photos and videos into like a little trip video for all my friends that were on the trip with me. Of course I couldn't show all that footage here because there was a lot of footage of other people in it, so you guys just kind of got the Allison Jubilee special. But I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you liked my little clips. Yeah, we're not very good videographers. I'll try in the future to be better. It was hard, especially taking so many low light photos. That was really hard. But overall, it was an amazing trip, and I loved it, and I can't wait to go back during the summer, because they say it's, you know, it's like a whole nother country. This is the last stop of the tour. We saw one more waterfall, which when it's summer you can walk behind the waterfall, so I'd really like to do that, but of course that path is closed because it's winter and it's slippery and they don't want people to get hurt. This is one last clip. It did start to snow, and so this is the hotel balcony outside the room. Lovely crane. I will say we did see the Aurora Borealis the night before all our friends left, which was really nice. Everyone got to see it. It showed up in Reykjavik, and it was the first night we were staying in this hotel, so we kind of went out onto the balcony here. It's a shared balcony with several rooms, so we just kind of awkwardly walked in front of people's rooms, but we got to see it. I'll throw in some photos. Yeah, I'm not sure where the photos of that are, but this was the only real bits of snow left. I know I'm confused. I'm looking and like everything is so out of order. Yeah, I finally made it to see snow, and it was everything I hoped and dreamed, and even more. Here's some more videos, which apparently, like I said, everything, the order that I keep sorting by date created or date, taken, and they're not quite putting them in the right order, which is very weird. But there's some other clips from, this is from the Geysir, fun like little hot springs. And another one at Geysir. Just so beautiful there. Like I could have honestly just filmed there forever. It was amazing. Probably my favorite spot for like taking pictures and videos. Really cool. And when we also went to Thingvellir, I don't really have many photos of it because it was really dark at that point, so it was really hard to take photos of it. But that was pretty amazing. It's a UNESCO World Heritage Site, and it's like where two tectonic plates meet, one from Europe and one from North America. Really, really cool. Would like to see that when it's a little brighter too, but it was not, sadly, not too bright. I had an amazing time with my friends. We played a lot of games, we ate a lot of good food, a lot of seafood, and some lamb, and yeah, they're great fun to travel with. And Iceland gets a 10 out of 10 from me. Wasn't really expecting anything less though, to be honest. Look at this site. This is from Golden Circle. If you just, it's just like a couple minutes drive, like up the road basically. Our bus driver stopped and let us get out and take photos here. It was just kind of this amazing vista. Just an incredible landscape. Like, amazing. Oh, this is Thingvellir. This is the only little video I took, because like, as you can see, it's not a great video. It's really dark out. And this is from my phone, which was struggling to get like the low light footage. And yeah, I don't know why these are also out of order, but this was obviously about to go on the glacier hike, all suited and booted and ready to go. I think I put one of these little videos on Instagram or something. Maybe not this one. My skin is really dry. The view is awesome. I don't know why, but I just kept thinking of Skyrim while I was here. That's such a nerdy thing to say. I know. Sorry. And there's that little... Oh, I took this video for you guys. Of the like ice crunching. Like, how amazing is that? Listen. I thought that was too cool. I really liked that a lot. Photographer Rob. He's taking videos. This is the top of the glacier that you can really go up, and it's very cold. But after you just hiked up a bit, you know, you're not too cold. You've been doing physical activity, so it's not that bad. And this is from a cafe that we ate at, and there was a cat, and I was very excited by that, so I just wanted to quickly capture the cat, and now you've seen it. Oh, and that same day, I said we did like a little shopping for, you know, knickknacks, goodies, like some chocolate and stuff, and in one of the souvenir shops, we went up to the second floor, and we saw this. It's boxes of stuff. What could it be? Oh, what's this? Is that not the cutest thing you've ever seen, or what? There's just a little cat napping in one of these bins, and we went and we actually asked the girl working there if it was her cat, and she said no, it's just a local cat that comes by and sleeps in the store. Just, that's the cutest thing. This is the day we left. It did snow, but it didn't stick around. It was a little warm. This was on the bus to the airport. Some of the last clips I took in Iceland. Yeah, the flight actually was really great, and I really enjoyed it. Watched some movies, and didn't sleep or anything, but got home at like 8 p.m. My dad picked us up, and we got to go home and see our kids, Leia and Atticus, who've been staying with my dad for the last, week and a half. They had a great time with him. I think he spoiled them rotten. But they were also happy to see us. So we've been enjoying the weekend, just cuddling them and giving them lots of love. And they've been loving it too. Yeah, so we finally reached the end of the video. I thought that the video ended sooner, but turns out there was more footage that my phone just didn't really want to show. It's just showing them all out of order. I don't know what it's doing. I'll just throw in lots of photos and videos and everything. Thank you for listening. I hope you enjoyed this super long video, and I'll talk